Hey, all right. So I had an appointment with my multiple sclerosis specialist a few weeks ago, and I was super excited about it because I was like telling everybody, hey, this is going to be the meeting where we discuss starting Ocrevus, and I'm super excited because I've been told by multiple people that Ocrevus is actually a medicine that truly helps people with multiple sclerosis diagnosis see improvements. And a number of my friends who have the multiple sclerosis diagnosis are also on it. And I've seen some improvement in them as well, which is a good thing. Now, I got to the appointment. I was late because I was mixed up on the time, and then add to that the fact that I had to park farther away than expected, and walking in the heat because of course it was a nice hot day. I was extra slow and extra sluggish. Same thing. I was like 15 minutes late, and he was like, I can't see him. I can't. And I was really hurt by that. But I get it. It's a business. You need to get people in, get people out. And I sat in the waiting room and I sulked, looked just like this for a few minutes while I got my thoughts together. And then I remembered what I was once, it was suggested that I try acupuncture. And I was like, you know what? No better time than the present. Initially, I was not in favor of acupuncture because a few years ago, one of my chiropractors was a dry needle specialist. And in my mind, I was like, they're the same thing. And dry needle literally didn't do anything for me at all. So I was like, I'm good. Thanks. I don't need acupuncture. But then I saw something online at some point that explained that acupuncture and dry needle are two very different things. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, maybe I do need to try acupuncture. And sure enough, I've started acupuncture my first session of acupuncture was literally the day after that appointment didn't happen. And I have actually been seeing, oh my gosh, this camera's shaking so much. Well, the camera's not shaking. I'm shaking my hand because I'm not staying still. Anyway, optical image stabilization can only do but so much, right? Especially if you're shaking it everywhere. But okay. Got back into focus pretty quickly. Nice. So anyway, I saw the acupuncturist, and I've been seeing the acupuncturist, and I've been seeing benefit. Now, honestly, my acupuncturist said that I still need to set up that appointment with that MS specialist, which, I get it. It's always good to have as many things working in your corner as possible. And Ocrevus may still be a positive part of my future. Right now, the acupuncturist has really been helping me. Like, it's amazing. She said positive thought plays a role as well. And I'm sure that plays a role with any medical diagnosis. Thinking positively. Seeing my acupuncturist, I've noticed an improvement in my walking. And I notice as well Okay, so I'll share this with you all as I share it with her. When I would go to the restroom to urinate, I had gotten to the point that I would pretty much always have to hold on to something to stand up to urinate. But I've been able to stand up and urinate without having to hold on to anything. That's a good thing, okay? I know it might seem crass, but it's not as crass as some of the other stuff that I discussed. It's not like I'm talking about golden showers. No, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But I've really been able to, like I said, my walking is improving. I've been able to stand up to urinate without having to always hold on to stuff. Now, I get it. It's a process. So that doesn't mean that immediately I never have to hold on to anything. There are still some times that I have to hold on to stuff. There are still times that my walking is less than the best. That's true. But there are also times that those things are improving and better than they were before, which is a really good thing. And also, the whole reason I'm doing this video, as I was driving Saturday and listening to pumping my music, singing along, I was playing Janet Jackson's song, Doesn't Really Matter. And, that's a fast song. And I noticed that my speech was slowing down. And I know that a number of people with the MS diagnosis deal with that. I would try not to let that really get to me, because I know a large part of what can cause trouble for people when it comes to these diagnoses is thinking these negative thoughts of, oh, that happened to all those other people, so now it's destined to happen to me. So I would try not to think about that, although my speech, I would notice certain things, especially because I'm a classical voice minor in school. So I'm used to using my voice a lot, and I work on the phone, so I'm more cognizant of such things. And I would even go back and watch videos on my first YouTube channel back when I was 25, over 10 years ago at this point. Oh my gosh. Aaron Mac TV. Check it out if you feel like it. But I noticed that my speech was much faster then. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But again, I would try to not let it bother me. Anyway, all of that to say, as I was driving, I was playing a Janet Jackson song came up. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter what the others say, 'cause I'm in love and it ain't a thing. But that came up. And like I said, that's a pretty fast tempo song. And she has some pretty fast words in that song. And I had sort of gotten to the point that I was used to the fact that, yeah, I would sing along, but I would flub those lyrics because my speech was slowing down, so I just was not able to really deliver the line effectively, but I would still do it because I was having fun. But as I was driving in my car this Saturday, a number of acupuncture sessions in, and I need to start going to the chiropractor again, but that's another thing. But that song came on, and I actually was able, oh my gosh. See, not Carlton Banks just did a video talking about people crying on camera, but I'm not setting up this camera to cry, but I did just feel something emotional in me. that almost made me want to cry, but I was actually able to deliver the line without flubbing over and I shouldn't have done that. That's not trying to make fun of anything, but I was able to deliver the line without flubbing the lyrics, without, like, for me, I notice sometimes it's I don't know exactly what it is, but something would slow my voice down, something in the tongue or whatever. But I was able to deliver those lines that time. Now, just like with the whole bathroom standing up to urinate and not having to hold on to anything, sometimes I do hold on to something. Sometimes my walking is slower. But the fact that I also have sometimes that it's better, that's big to me. That's a big deal to me. And I was in the car and I literally almost started to cry because I was like, I haven't been able to do this in years, you know? And it's not that I can always do, like, I'm not going to put it to the test right now to be like, I can do it all the time, because I get it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But the fact that sometimes I can is an improvement, a big improvement from I never can. You know what I mean? So anyway, all of that to say, acupuncture is helping me. That's good. Now, my acupuncturist does say that I need to still follow up with my MS specialist and look into that Ocrevus thing that helps a many. I still just wanted to do this video saying, hey, acupuncture, and I know everybody's body is different, like I always say, but acupuncture has helped me. Maybe it'll help you too. Give it a try if you can. You know, and one of the things she said, positive thought is a very important part of getting positive results from acupuncture. And I think positive thought is an important thing no matter what, period. I love when people say period. 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 Anyway, talk to y'all later, YouTube. 12 minutes is long enough, and I'm not editing a thing. Peace. Stay blessed.